We all have a great comeback story. Apple under Steve Jobs, Disney under Bob Iger. Now, these are companies we have grown to love and leaders we have grown to respect because they know how to tell a great story and inspire real change. But here are a few questions. What if your company doesn't make cool products like Apple or puts on magical shows like Disney? How do you inspire action? How do you inspire people towards a comeback or real change? And here's the truth. Storytelling is not just for books, movies, and marketing. It's the lifeblood of any organization looking to inspire real change. So what if your company is not fun and funky like Google, or you do not have a leader at the top who likes to engage with the employees? You still need to inspire action towards real change. Sounds familiar? Then stick around, because today I want to tell a story of a leader who did not talk about putting a dent in the universe or fly a mission to Mars, but still was able to transform America's leading industrial giant from the brink of collapse, taking it from a $3 billion company to more than a $27 billion powerhouse. And when he took charge, one of the investors said, God help us, they've hired a hippie and he's going to kill the company. All this and more coming up. Hi there, and thank you for watching this video. If you love stories like me, help me by supporting this channel. Smash the like button, turn on the notifications, and do not forget to subscribe. Now, back to our story. Welcome to the story of Alcoa, an aluminum industrial giant which did not rely on cool or charisma to make one of the most important corporate turnarounds in history. In the late 1980s, Alcoa was one of many industrial organizations in a state of decline due to lack of clear vision and low employee morale. So the board of directors wanted to bring in someone who can fix the operations and transform the company culture, not just manage finances. So they were looking for an outsider, and they brought in Paul O'Neill. Paul who? Exactly. Paul was an outsider. He didn't have experience in the industry, but he was known to bring about systemic change. Despite having no prior experience in aluminum or heavy manufacturing industry, the board saw Paul as someone who can revitalize the giant through value-based leadership and operational excellence. Finally, when Paul O'Neill took the helm at Alcoa, he didn't rush to list down what is wrong with the company. Instead, he focused on a different question. What is Alcoa already good at? And the answer came swiftly during one of his conversations with the safety director.
You would be happy to hear that our lost workday rate, known commonly as LWR, is the best in the industry.
That sounds great. How much is it?
LWR at the average American company is 5. Ours is 1.8.
That's great, but I want it lower.
How much lower?
0.
And just like that, from that point onwards, Paul ensured that the worker safety is the number one priority for the company. And this was just the beginning of an uphill journey. In his first year, when he stood in front of the shareholders, talk about how he will turn around the company and make it profitable again, instead of talking about revenue or profits or innovation or any of the other buzzwords, he focused on worker safety.
Every year, Alcoa workers are injured so badly that they miss a day of work. Our safety record is better than the general American workforce, especially considering that our employees work with metals that are 1,500 degrees and machines that can rip a man's arm off. But it's not good enough. I intend to make Alcoa the safest company in America. I intend to go for 0 injuries.
Now, as you can imagine, the shareholders first sat there, listened to him calmly, but then pushed back, asking questions like, what does worker safety have to do with revenue or shareholder value? But Paul didn't budge. In fact, he doubled down on his approach.
I'm not certain you heard me. If you want to understand how Alcoa is doing, you need to look at our workplace safety figures. We're going to focus on safety over profits.
The investors and shareholders humored Paul O'Neill for a little while, but now they were seriously panicking. In fact, there was one investor who said, "They have hired a hippie and he's going to kill the company." But all of this did not deter Paul O'Neill. He went full force to implement his plan, his vision to turn around the company and make worker safety priority number one. And the rest, as they say, is history. Paul O'Neill took charge of Alcoa in 1987, and by 1999, the lost workday rate dropped from 1.8, which was already a good number, to 0.126. He later said that, "I wish it was zero." The company's value in the same time period grew from $3 billion to more than $27 billion. Alcoa's transformation didn't happen overnight. It was a long and hard journey. And you can read more about the specifics on the internet. But here, I would like to sum up, in conclusion, 5 key lessons based on Paul O'Neill's leadership style and transformation strategy. Before we talk about the key lessons from Alcoa, do not forget to check out my story on Nike and its ongoing transformation effort. And unlike Alcoa, Nike chose an insider to turn around the company. Now back to 5 key lessons from Alcoa. He chose what mattered the most: people. He chose worker safety, which is what people truly cared about. This one habit cascaded this broader level of excellence. Performance improved, quality improved, processes improved. And it goes to show, when you take care of people, everything else follows. By making safety non-negotiable, he rewired how the company thought and operated. And that one shift changed habits in production, maintenance, inventory, even leadership behavior. Paul O'Neill did not dish out any shiny new initiatives. Instead, he figured out what the company is already good at and simply raised the bar. He didn't push for better numbers. Instead, he created conditions through which better numbers would emerge. Progress was tracked in real numbers: safety incidents, response times. This created clarity and accountability, so everyone knew the change was working. He chose to ignore short-term Wall Street pressure. Instead, he was looking for long-term value for all stakeholders: employees, customers, vendors, shareholders, and the results speak for themselves. And finally, what are your thoughts? Would love to read any ideas, any similar stories or questions in the comments. Can you relate to this story? Do you know any organization or are a part of an organization which just does too many things and not getting the desired results? Are they really listening to what truly matters to people? Paul O'Neill and Alcoa, their story is so simple yet so powerful. By focusing on one singular habit, worker safety, they were able to transform an entire organization. And that, to me, is one of the most powerful leadership and transformation lessons. Lastly, thanks for sticking around till the end. I hope you enjoyed the story. And if you did, smash the like button, turn on the notifications, and subscribe. And I will see you soon with other stories. As someone once said, the universe is made up of stories, not atoms.
I think in a great organization, this is out of 40 years worth of experience, in an organization, let me say this correctly, that has the potential for greatness, it's possible every day for every human being in that enterprise to say yes to 3 questions without any reservations. So here are the 3 questions. Are you treated with dignity and respect every day by everyone you encounter? Second question is, are you given the things you need, tools, equipment, training, encouragement, so that you can make a contribution. This is the most important part of number 2, that gives meaning to your life. Third question is short and simple, and that is, do you get recognized for what you do?